This is a Your Last Resorts production.
And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejeune, aka The Shoe Comic. Guys, this week, my guest is a special one. His name is Tay. He's a YouTuber who goes by Bacpac Tay. He's the Swiss Army knife of people. He's a YouTuber, an actor, a model. He was recently on MTV's Revenge Prank. Thank you for being on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, my man.
No, of course. I'm excited to have you on the podcast. And you know, we met in a super kind of weird way. You were working at Enterprise, and I got in an accident. You picked me up, and we just kind of started talking. Found out we're both kind of in the same industry in a sense, and we're gonna not to give anything away, but we're working on a funny skit, and we're gonna start doing a bunch of funny stuff together for all the listeners. So it'll be fun. So before we get into you, because there's so much that I want to talk about. You're a fascinating person. You do so many things. We kind of kick it off with a would you rather to kind of just break the ice. Some people, they're a little uncomfortable on camera. I'm sure you're not, but
yeah.
The first one is would you rather retire in the Alaskan wilderness with Wi-Fi, or would you rather retire in the desert with no Wi-Fi or internet?
Oh no. I'm going to the Alaskan winter, bro. I need Wi-Fi. Like if I'm gonna be in the middle of nowhere, bro, I need internet at least.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's funny because if you talk to like parents or like the generation above us, they're so they hate like technology so much. My dad is so like, you guys are always in your phones and staring at your phones, but he's always staring at a fucking newspaper. Like mine's just more entertaining than yours. I got pictures and videos and shit. And nothing going on. Yeah, being without internet, I don't like. When do you think is the last time you were truly somewhere without internet for like a long time?
Bro, honestly, I don't think I've ever been anywhere without internet. Like I think the closest thing I could tell you is when we're like little kids. I mean, because computers and stuff, internet didn't really get too popular, until we got a little bit older. So when we were little and we didn't really have access to the computers, it's probably the last time I didn't have internet.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, because it's like, because even if like, you're on a plane and you don't have service, there's normally Wi-Fi on a plane. Yeah, maybe you drive through an area where service is low, but I can still run maps on my phone. I can still watch shit. Like, like you said, I really don't know if I think probably the last time, you've been without technology would have to be a small child, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But it's also why I don't get why like the older generation is so against it. It's just part of society. Like it is 100%. What it is. You got to get over it. Okay. So, all right, that was the first would you rather. We're going to come back. There's a whole segment where we do two more of those later, but I wanted to talk to you first about when did you start doing YouTube stuff? Because you're a YouTuber, you got some super funny videos. When did you start doing all that?
It's kind of funny. A lot of people don't even know because I deleted the videos. My first YouTube video was in 2015, my freshman year of college, when I was playing college basketball. So I started doing like, you ever see those day in the life episodes of like basketball players?
Yeah.
So like, I had 3 of those. I didn't even have a computer. I was using my friend's computer. I taught myself how to edit. And it's funny because I looked at the videos a couple of days ago, like literally probably like beginning of the week last week, and they were actually pretty good. I was like, yo, I wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad, but yeah, man, that's going on 6 years ago.
Damn, that's dope. And it's always funny to look back at like your early work and anything that you were like committed to, and to see it's always a better feeling when you can look back and it's good, because some of it can be super, super cringy. Like before, back in high school, probably my freshman year of high school to my junior year of high school, I was in a rap group, and I rapped. And
Word?
Okay, so a lot of it is terrible. A lot of it is pretty bad. I'm not even gonna front. A lot of it's awful, but like the end of my rap career is actually, it's all like, I listen to it and I'm like, okay, I went kind of hard, but the first shit is on private on the SoundCloud, because I don't want anyone to ever hear it. Like I did an acapella, like 15 bars or something, and like it sounded like I was reading a poem and shit, dude. It was bad.
Yo, that's hilarious, bro.
It wasn't my proudest moment, but it was, it was fun. And like, we were in high school, so people thought we were cool because we rapped, and they didn't like realize how fucking trash we were.
Yeah, I feel that.
So you'll take it. But so for the listeners, you know, you've been doing YouTube for 6 years. I'm being serious. The videos are super funny. For people who maybe want to check you out, could you like give a description and kind of describe what kind of videos you do and all that stuff if you can?
Yeah. You know, my channel now that it's been up for so long has 200 plus videos, so I have a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
if you check the earlier stuff, it's literally majority skits, comedy skits. And
Okay,
I took
yeah.
a break away from it because like I was posting a video every single day, so you kind of run out of ideas.
Yeah,
but now
yeah.
if you check it, it's more, it's a lot more public interaction with the camera. I'm doing story times, talking to the
That's
fans. Just, you know, just funny things like public interviews, going out in public and asking people embarrassing questions to try to embarrass
Yeah.
them, stuff like that. Just in public pranks, can't forget the public pranks, dude. Like always
Public
pranking
pranks.
people.
Listen, man, if you ever need someone to come do public pranks with you, I think that shit's so funny. And I
Bro,
will.
we out, bro. Yo, I love it. I love it.
We got to get together on that. That shit would be so much fun. Yeah, dude. I know that this isn't a YouTube video, but it was a reels you put up, and this shit had, bro. I sent it in like my friend group chat, and we were all fucking dying. The one where you were talking about NBA YoungBoy fans, and you was like smashing your laundry and shit with a baseball bat. Nah, that is straight comedy. I'm serious.
Bro.
That
yeah.
It's
that
so because
that's
such a funny it's such a funny trend of like talking about how just like I don't know I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you know, NBA YoungBoy fans, they're kind of dumb. There's something about them.
100%.
That shit was so good. You guys need to go check it out on his Instagram. And if, for anyone that's watching, like throughout the video, I put in like your @ will be there. People can see where to look you up and all that. And then if you're listening, it's in the bio too. But yeah, man, that I love that skit. And then yeah, I'm super excited for people to see ours. We're gonna do one soon. There was one other thing that I wanted to ask you about your YouTube, but it's slipping my mind and I didn't write it down like an idiot. Okay. So you before we get into the MTV revenge prank, was the prank that set that up a prank that you did or a prank that one of your friends did?
A prank that Will did. So so you know, it's funny how you asked about the IG reels, because that video was literally the day before I moved to California. So my friend Will, the dude I moved with, he's also a YouTuber, and this is probably 2019 summer. We were in Manhattan. Like, I lived in New Jersey. He's from New York. So we would always get together every weekend and do public pranks. This guy, I didn't know. I literally had no clue. We were in Taco Bell. I don't eat Taco Bell, so I went next door to Dunkin' Donuts. And when I came back, he was choking, but he had his vlog camera up because we vlog every day. So, you know, I didn't think anything of it. He's choking in the middle of Taco Bell, and he's literally like on the floor. They're giving him the Heimlich, and I'm sitting there like, yo, he's about to die. Like, so it was a prank, and the prank went viral, which led to the MTV revenge prank.
That's what's up. Do you don't like Taco Bell? You just don't like it, or why don't you like
know what? You know, bro, it's like I'm very hypocritical, because the first time I had Taco Bell is when I came to California. The first time. So it was literally like the first time I flew to California was a couple months after that prank, just to check it out. I literally never had it, and I'm not big on trying new stuff, which I am now, but back in the day I wasn't. But Taco Bell now, bro, is fire. Bro, Taco Bell is fire, bro. It's really good.
Because I was gonna say, you were like, I don't eat Taco Bell, and I was like, okay, he probably it is kind of diarrhea food. I get it, but then you were like, I went to Dunkin' Donuts, and I was like, where are your standards? Like, what you think Dunkin' Donuts is that much better than Taco Bell? I just wanted to clarify, because I was gonna give you shit if you were like, I don't eat Taco Bell, but Dunkin' Donuts is one of the finest cuisines I can have. Some bullshit like that. So yeah, dude, I remember when I met you, you mentioned that you were going to have something on MTV, and then, you know, it kind of slipped my mind, and I saw you reposting it. It came out, guys. You can go watch the episode on their website on MTV, and then it's probably doing reruns. That show's super popular.
Yeah.
Can you kind of like just how it came to fruition, how they talked to you and got you on it? Tell me about. I have so many questions. So first, just how did it happen?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I could say is just before you turn down an opportunity, completely listen to it. Like, you literally have no clue. Like, this page hit me up on Instagram, and I can't really remember the name of it. It was like a really funny, I think it was called Gobstop. I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
They only had 500 followers, and they followed 1,000 people. And
Yeah.
they DM'd us saying they were like the directors of an MTV stuff, gave us a list of
Mm-hmm.
MTV shows they direct. And of course, when you think
Yeah.
MTV, when you think someone's going to DM you, you're going to think they're verified, probably with 1 million followers.
Oh,
So it just
yeah.
didn't add up. So, you know, I
Yeah.
went online, I typed it in, and their name actually was linked to a lot of MTV stuff. And
Okay.
they gave me a Skype call, and then boom, Vinny's right there. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh, snap, they're not lying. So like as soon as that
Yeah.
happened, I was like, oh, this has to be real.
That's awesome. So yeah, so they hit you, so they Skype you, and do they kind of pitch the idea, like, because you know, I want people to be able to watch the episode and not give too much away, but you know,
Yeah.
from like the description you can read, you're pranking back your friend from the Taco Bell prank,
Yeah.
and it had to do with like the girl, the fake girlfriend, and all that. So did they call you and they pitch the idea to you, and then what kind of, like, is it right then and there that like it's kind of set into motion and they give you a day to come film and all that, or
So
what?
you know, it was actually a long setup. We the first time we came in contact with them was October 2019.
Okay.
And then that's when they, you know, DM'd me personally, and then they
Yeah.
Skyped me first before they Skype Will, because the whole point is to set him up. We didn't record that till March, so between November and March, I had to like let him know that I had a girlfriend that I was talking to kind of get months, you know, to let him believe that this is really my girl.
Yeah.
So we would talk occasionally. First time we Skyped, they gave me a whole rundown. They're like, hey, we're gonna let him know, because like basically how they set it up for him to come was he thought like, yeah, he knew we were contacted by MTV, but he thought they were taking our prank and they were gonna put it into like a bowl of other pranks and vote which one was the best.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
what we
like
presented
some
to him.
American Home movie.
Yeah, exactly, like
Yeah.
America's Funny Home Videos, exactly.
Yeah.
So when they talked to me privately, they were like, yeah, that's bullcrap. We're not going to do that. So they kind of pitched the idea. It took a little bit. We had like 3 different prank ideas. The girlfriend one was funny. I thought one of the other ones was pretty funny too. It was going to be a bank robbery. I thought that one was hilarious.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, I thought
that
one would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't want anybody getting too violent with like fake weapons and stuff, which I completely
that's true.
understand. Yeah. So a couple months go by, we just built it up. I keep talking to him saying I got a girlfriend, and basically, you know, I mean, without spoiling it, everybody can see in the trailer, it takes place at a basketball court, and everybody knows I played college basketball with him. So you know, we were gonna go to a basketball court, meet her, she's a cheerleader, and then that's kind of what leads into the episode.
That's awesome, dude. I haven't got to watch it yet, but I'm going to. I don't have MTV, so I have to like find a way to kind of watch it illegally, because I can't sign in with a cable provider. But
facts.
Gotta sorry MTV. But yeah, I gotta find some way to watch it. But I'm excited, and hopefully so people watch it. So yeah, dude. So I got a couple more questions about this. This is just super cool to me, because obviously, you know, I want to get into TV, and I've done a couple like the Skype interviews for shows and stuff, but I've also was already kind of prepped, like, hey, you don't get a lot of them. So I've done a lot of like first and second interviews for shows, and then not gotten them. But did you watch Jersey Shore before? Like, were you a fan of the show? All right.
Bro.
I love that show. So funny story, and this is cool for the listeners too, because I've never told this. When I was in 3rd grade, in the 3rd grade talent show, me and 4 friends, with like the help of a parent, we made a skit where it was called like, the main guy's name was my cousin Max, and it was the Max Leno show, like Jay Leno, and he had all the Jersey Shore cast on. So I played Pauly D, my other buddy played Vinny, my other homie played the Situation, and we had one of our homies wear a wig and put like melons in his shirt and play Snooki. So like, we're, you know, I mean, we're 8 years old making a Jersey Shore skit. Like, we were watching that show in like 3rd and 4th grade. So I fucking loved that show. So what was it like meeting him? Were you kind of starstruck at first, or what was,
bro? It's like, you know, Vinny, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't what I expected, because I've met a few famous people before, but I've never had like a full conversation where I'd be able to interact. You know, this dude pulls up, he's wearing Balenciagas, he's wearing like this crazy tracksuit, and he hops out of a Tesla, right? The Tesla X, right? SUV. So he's walking in on set, and he's just mad cool. Everybody's just laughing, they're throwing jokes around, he's laughing. And then he finally meets me, and he's like, you know, I'm excited, but obviously when you meet a superstar, you don't want to act all excited because you don't want to scare them away.
Yeah, you don't want to be. You want to act like you've been there before, especially because we want to be at that level one day, and so you don't want to be the guy who's like, "Oh my God, Vinny, can I get a selfie with you? Can you post it?" And you're just like, "Okay."
Yeah. So it's funny. That's exactly what I'm thinking, bro. And it's like I see him, and he was actually like, he was more excited. Like he was like, "Oh, there he is," and he's literally sitting there like, like
that's
making
awesome,
fun of me. And
yeah.
I'm like, yo, this guy's a clown. So
Mm-hmm.
I go over there, I talk to him. He gives me like this huge like welcome in. He brings me in, he hugs me and everything. And before we even talk about business, this is like my favorite story ever. Before we talk about business, just we have all the cameramen, and you're gonna see the first scene of the episode. We're outside at a taco truck eating tacos, like to set up the situation. And there's a whole bunch of cameramen there. So before we even start recording, this guy pulls out his Instagram. He's like, yo, everybody come here. And he's calling all the guys. And he shows me this girl on Instagram. And she's like this famous model. And I guess they've been having an ongoing conversation about saying she's ugly or she's not. And he's like, listen, you're new to the set. You don't have any like biased opinion. Would you smash it? Yes or no? Like that's the first thing he asked me. And
so
I'm looking at him like, I was single. I was like, yeah, bro. He's like, all right, guys, let's go record. I like it. I'm like, yo, hilarious, dude.
That's so cool. That's awesome on his part too, because I mean, that's probably not like he that's just him and he's just being himself, but he could so easily be a dick and like make it more uncomfortable for you. But that's what probably makes the show so good and funny, is that you're not on there feeling like an actor who like is kind of awkward. And I don't know if was this your first time on TV?
Yeah, definitely.
So your first time on TV, to make you feel comfortable and be yourself and playing basketball and all that, that's super cool. Damn, that's so awesome, dude. So then, so then, when was it filmed again? You said
it was we filmed it officially on March 5th, 2020, but we rehearsed on March 4th. So between the 4th and the 5th of March.
Was there any point, like leading up to it, where your homie was getting like suspicious or like this is kind of bullshit?
Okay. Absolutely. Because the thing is, it's hard because it's like imagine trying to tell your friend like, hey, whatever you're doing on March 4th and March 5th, you have to be free. Like you have to be free. And he's asking you like, why? And I'm just telling him like, oh, the girl I'm talking to is a cheerleader, and we're gonna go shoot around with like somebody from the Harlem team or whatever. And I'm like, yo, it's a good YouTube experience for me, you bro. Like we could record, like we could sit here and vlog being on a basketball court with the Harlem Wizards. I'm like, they're famous. It's the same thing as the Harlem Globetrotters. And he's like, but like, why? And like, how'd you get this opportunity? And I'm like, stop asking and just go. Like, just stop asking and just go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, cause it like. I'm assuming you felt like a ton of kind of like pressure and stress that day to make sure he was going to go, because like, I'm sure he probably told you he was going to go, but like you said, it was so hard to convince him. You could have seen him almost like bailing last minute or being like, no, something came up. And then like, oh yeah. Cause like, what do you tell MTV? You're like, thanks for getting this all set up. I couldn't come through. So damn, yeah, that must have been a crazy experience, dude. Congrats, though. That's super awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm really excited, and the squad, all you guys need to go check it out and watch. Okay, man, so we're going to move into one of the first segments before we talk more about you. We got the Avid Deserter segment, and this is where, unfortunately, I'll have you back on the podcast one day, and we'll have you in the little, like, studio I got set up here, and we can do it in person, and normally we'll like try and rate a candy bar too, but I've tried all like the generic candy bars, so I can't have you go get them, because like last week, like a couple weeks ago, I was trying a candy bar from like Australia, and that because there's this weird little world market by where I live, so I can't have the guests do it. So we're just gonna have you here's where you're gonna do your top 3 favorite desserts and your least favorite dessert. So let me hear your top 3. Only stipulation is, if you're gonna be like cake, what kind of cake? Don't just be like cake, ice cream, donuts. Give a little description.
I got you. So the first one is cake. It's actually strawberry cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake, bro. I can literally eat that I just had some yesterday. I can eat it every day. I don't care. I can eat it every day. You can't. It don't matter who make it. As long as it's strawberries on the cheesecake, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay, for sure.
My second one, I like chocolate cake, but chocolate cake, I'm very specific on it.
Okay.
I do need fudge on there, and I need a side of vanilla ice cream because I'm not big on chocolate. Like, I think chocolate cake, like all that thick chocolate cake is dry. Then you got hot fudge, which is chocolate. So you need something the complete opposite, which is cold and it's a little more moisturized.
That's
so
what we
the
talk
vanilla
about.
ice cream.
Yeah, like a lot of people like the chocolate cake is kind of like a split one on here. I've like I don't like chocolate cake because it's just too sweet for me. It's too much chocolate. But it's kind of funny because it almost always seems like a guest comes on and they either are like chocolate cake top 3, or when cake is mentioned, they're like, I like cake, but you know what? I hate chocolate cake. It is a very love-hate kind of in the middle. So, okay, chocolate cake with fudge and ice cream. The ice cream is clutch too.
You need that.
There's some desserts that can be top tier with ice cream, but without it, they drop so much.
Literally, I made sure I had to add the ice cream. Like, I can't do it without the ice cream.
Yeah, like you said, dry, and then there's just like the like you said, it's dry and it's so overwhelming, but that vanilla ice cream almost like cleanses and it stops, because if you just eat a slice of chocolate cake, you're gonna be sick by the end of it almost.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's like, it's so weird because it's like, no matter how good it's cooked, like, you know, obviously a good cake is soft and it's moisturized. It's still dry. It's still dry.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Okay, so you got chocolate cake. What's your third one?
So my third one is kind of repetitive in a sense because I'm very picky on desserts. So my favorite ice cream is strawberry cheesecake ice cream, but it's a specific one. It's the one from Ben and Jerry's.
I just about to ask, was it the Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, Ben and Jerry's.
That one's very good. Fire. Ben and Jerry's is just, they're the top of their game. They're worth every penny. Yeah. They don't, like, even the flavors that I'm not a fan of, I can be like, I can respect this. Like, I could see why people, it's not me, but I can see why people like it. You ever had the slices, those new slices they have out?
Slices.
So Ben and Jerry's now does this thing where it's like you know what a Klondike bar is?
Yeah.
So it's like a Klondike bar, you know, chocolate, but in the inside is a flavor of Ben and Jerry's ice cream. So they got a cookie dough one. They got the Americone Dream. I don't know if they have the strawberry cheesecake one, but I assume they
I have to try that.
Dude, they sell them at liquor stores. They sell them in markets or grocery stores and shit. They're good, dude. They're game changing.
That sounds fire, bro. I'm about to go to the 7-Eleven that's around the corner.
I got you, dude. Because they're it stops you from being a piece of shit. It stops you from eating the whole tub of ice cream and feeling like you're gonna vomit. It's just enough where you're like, that was satisfying, but I'm also not just in a food coma right now. So they're game changing. I had the first one like a couple months ago, and they're game, and they're like $2, $2.50.
That's fire.
You know, a little cheaper than a whole pint. Yeah, so you should check those out. What's your least favorite dessert? I love hearing people's this one.
My least favorite, this one always throws up controversy because everybody loves it. Red velvet cake, I think, is the most overrated. But it's just, every time I tell somebody that, people want to argue, like, how do you like cheesecake but not red velvet? I'm like, dude, red velvet is not that good. Like, that reminds me of chocolate cake. It's dry and it has this weird aftertaste. Like,
Yeah, you're okay. So I don't like hate red velvet cake, but you're right. Like, I mean, dude, people like shit their pants over red velvet cake. Like, oh my fucking God, you ever had red velvet cake? Like I'll give someone $100 if they can explain to me what flavor red velvet cake is. Because what is it? You can't say chocolate. It's not chocolate cake. I don't know what fucking flavor it is. Right? Yeah, dude. This one's got you kind of fucked up, huh? Because it's,
what flavor is that? That is crazy. Because red velvet's a freaking material.
Yeah, and also I'm not really gonna give anyone $100 if they know the answer. But there's someone who's like a baking expert and knows. But yeah, because you definitely gotta give it like some percent of the chocolate, like cocoa flavor.
No,
I think it's like the cocoa flavor.
Yeah.
But like, what else? Because like you said, red velvet's a material. It's not vanilla. It's not chocolate.
Would you say it's like, this is just like a random, just throw it in the air. Would you say it's like, there's like chocolate covered strawberries?
Yeah.
Would you say that's like in the same realm somewhat?
Yes, but then again, like the sweetness from the strawberry and the strawberry flavor is still like nowhere to be
Yeah,
found. But I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
You're getting closer. I don't know if
Maybe
someone if
strawberry covered chocolate.
yeah, if someone is listening and knows
Hmm.
the answer, tell me, because we were having this debate the other day. I was with a friend and we looked it up, and like the only difference between like a red velvet cake and a normal cake is the cocoa powder that you add in, and like and a few other, like, you know, like you use a little more baking soda or less flour or whatever it is. But I mean, it's red velvet isn't just a cocoa cake. It, is it? I don't
Yo,
know.
that's such a good question, bro.
I don't know.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
because it.
can't. Yo, I'm so happy you said that to me because the next
Yeah,
person that tries to argue, I'm gonna say, but what flavor is it?
yeah. It's the perfect. Because then, so is it like a blank palette and you're supposed to get your flavor from the icing? Maybe. I don't know. Red velvet cake's kind of fucking stupid.
Uh, but I mean, I've had red velvet because you know red velvet cake always
Mm-hmm.
like most people always put like the vanilla icing on top.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yeah.
had it without the icing, and
Yeah.
it
Me
tastes
too.
like something.
Well, hey, here's the thing. I don't like icing, so on if I get a slice of cake, I don't eat the icing. So I only eat the red velvet, and
Huh.
I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if we're gonna ever be able to figure this out. This is someone knows the answer, and
That
someone
is,
please message me, and I will relay the message to you, and together
yeah, nah,
we'll
that's the
figure out what the
yo,
fuck red velvet cake is.
yo, what is that?
You
Yo,
gotta, hey,
that's crazy.
hey, after this, you should throw up on your Instagram what flavor is red
I
velvet
should,
cake.
yeah, the question. I'm gonna throw the question
Yeah,
up.
because I want to know the answer to this. Because
Yeah,
someone's gonna know. Okay, so red velvet cake is your least favorite.
yeah.
Yeah, like I said, not a very distinct flavor. It's so overhyped. I don't get why
Oh my,
people
yo,
cream
I've
their
gotten
pants
arguments,
over it.
bro. Full
Yeah,
blown arguments.
yeah, it's not that good. And my least favorite is Jello. I don't like Jello.
Uh,
I
uh I
it
don't even
just
think
is.
about that.
Yeah, it's for old people
Yeah,
and like babies. And
it's like tapioca.
yeah, it's literally like you take like tapioca powder, mix it with water and sugar, and then just put it in the fridge and
Uh,
it becomes Jello. It's gross. Yeah,
uh,
it's so
yeah.
gross. Okay. So that was the avid deserter. So all right, man. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about, I've written down, is in your bio it says I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You blink twice if she's holding you hostage and made you put that. Is that what is that what,
Nah, she's not near.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I just had to fuck with you on that one. Okay, yeah, no, there was no point to that. I just wanted to be able to give you shit. It's
Yo,
okay,
but you
man.
know, bro, like I had to put it there, bro, because like I used to get like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I have like the weirdest stuff happen to my Instagram that makes me stay off of it. Like
Yeah,
if I, obviously you have your message request.
yeah,
You don't get a notification for those. So when you check
hmm,
them, you see the craziest things.
yeah,
Like, I don't know what it is. I guess for some reason, like a lot of people, a lot of, I don't know. Just some guys thought, and there's nothing wrong with it. Some guys thought I liked the other sex, but
yeah,
I have a girlfriend, so I just, I'm heterosexual. I would
yeah,
get these crazy DMs. Like this one time, dude, I had no idea this guy was DMing me, dude. He was
hmm,
DMing me from January 2020 all the way to like September, and he finally stopped. And it was just him just spitting game at me, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm just like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm
yeah.
posting my girlfriend every day, bro. Like now I leave it there, read it,
Yeah.
it's right there.
No, and that's the thing is like no one, when you're in a relationship, you just don't really want to be
Bothered.
bombarded by that and bothered by that. Yeah, man, the reason why that happens to you is because you're a model. So
Yeah,
this isn't me coming on to you. You're st- statistically speaking, you have to be an attractive person to be a
yeah,
model.
yeah.
So
Thanks.
here's the cool part, man. I don't get DMs like that from any sex or any person because I'm not a model. So that's the problem. Is it's not that people looked at you and went, oh, maybe he's gay. It's people went,
Yeah.
oh, I like that. I want to have sex with that. So congrats, man. Don't be so burdened. Don't make us ugly people feel so fucking shameful, okay?
Yo.
Uh, I'm just fucking with you. But okay, man. So that's a good segue. So you recently, I feel like I saw, obviously we've only known each other for like a month or two, but I saw recently. So you recently just signed with a modeling agency, right?
Yes, sir.
You're
Yes,
doing
sir.
that. So I know like nothing about this world and the modeling world and all that kind of stuff. So how did this kind of happen? Did you have to go to like tryouts, or what's it kind of like? How did that
Yes.
process?
Yes. So, it's funny. I actually wanted to model for the longest time. I think modeling is
Uh-huh.
like the greatest thing, dude. You just get paid for how
Yeah.
you look, right?
No, yeah,
So,
that's super cool.
yeah, so like one of my friends from Queens, he's a model. This dude's like a 6'4". He's great. He's a 6'4" dude. He's
Yeah.
on magazines and stuff. And so there's basically two things with modeling. You have a modeling agency and you have a mother agency. So
Okay.
it's pretty simple. I'll relate it straight to sports. Like you basically have a basketball team, but then you have an agent. The agent is the person that gets you on the team. So
Yeah.
I signed to the mother agency, and how it works, they have virtual casting because obviously COVID.
Yeah.
And they're based out of Brooklyn, New York, which is funny because even though I was born in Jersey, I spent all my time in New York. So I joined this virtual casting, and I was literally sitting right here. And I'm about business, so I'm before I even like try to like hop in the Instagram live and like request to be on there. I'm watching these other kids before me, and these kids aren't prepared. Like they don't. It's basically like he's asking people for like 15 seconds of talent and all this stuff, something that makes you different. And by the time he like got me in there, I was already ready. So like next to me, you can see one of my monitors. I have three right here, actually. I have 1, 2, 3. So I had my YouTube, the acting stuff, and I had my website up. And I had my face sitting right there. And he was like, oh, man, you have a really good face, but what can you do? I turned the phone real quick. I said, I do this, 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 right to the business. And he was like, I had more facial hair than I have now. I had like, basically half of a beard coming in, but like the mask would cover it.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you really want to do this, since I'm only 23 years old, models under the age of 25, they typically always go barefaced. At the age of 25, they count you as a full adult. So then they want you to have facial hair. So he said, I want to see what you look like without facial hair. I don't have any photos without facial hair. So since I'm my own barber and I cut my own hair, he was like, if you cut your facial hair right now, I'll sign you. And I was like, all right. I went right into the bathroom, cut it off on live. The whole video's up. I cut the whole thing off, cut off the mustache.
That's so awesome, dude. Fuck.
And then right after that, an hour later, he sent me a contract, and it was just up from there.
That's awesome, dude. Wow. That's fucking dope. You took advantage of the opportunity and didn't fuck it up and managed. That's so awesome. You so you cut your own hair. How long you been doing that for?
Since I started YouTube 2015. Where my school was, it was in Rockland County, New York. And at this time I had like a flat top, dude. Like my hair was like probably out here with the fade.
Okay.
There were
like,
no
are you talking
barbers.
like the high flat top, like a Mon Shumpert flat top?
Yes, yeah, bro.
Okay,
if I show you a picture, dude, like I'm probably like 5'11" with no shoes, maybe 6 foot on a lucky day. With that flat top, I was like 6'5". I was 6'5".
That's awesome. Hey, after this, send me a picture and I'll throw it up in between.
I got you. You're gonna laugh.
That's awesome. That's so funny. Damn, that's a cool hairstyle. Like, man, white people have boring hair, dude. We can't do it like so I played Division I football and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I played Division I football at Murray State, where I went to the same. I went there while John Morant was there, so I got to watch John Morant play in college. I would eat by him in the cafeteria and shit. Like he'd come to parties that we'd throw and all that. So like, yeah, not friends with him. I'm not gonna claim that I ever spoke a word to John Morant, but I was there when he was there. So but dude, yeah, like all my teammates, they had the do rags with waves and like I was like. This is the best I can do with my hair is I can throw gel in it and style it up. But like y'all can have, waves. You got the flat tops. The high fades look so much cleaner. And yeah, we just our hair is like we got short hair, long hair, and a mullet is what white people have. And the mullet is not something that I fuck with. I'm not white enough. I'm not Southern white enough to rock the mullet.
I've seen those. I'm not a big fan. I've seen some people pull it off though. Like it's not a bad hairstyle. You just gotta look, you gotta look apart for that.
There's kind of like a swagger and the way you have to present yourself. And that's just that's not something I do. My dad's a barber, so he's cut my hair my whole life. So
easy.
I've never paid for a haircut. You know how nice that is to
never
pay for. I mean,
I know. It's been a solid 6 years starting this August, basically, when I started college.
Yeah. No, I totally get why people cut their own hair if you could do it. That shit just seems hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, real quick before we go into another segment, and I might wrap back into your modeling because, uh, so yeah, let me go back because I'm fucking so bad at my like train of thoughts on this podcast. Sometimes I like will be in the middle of a segment and like 35 minutes later, I'm like, yeah, we never even finished that segment because I get off on these tangents. But so for the modeling, what like what do you what do you do? And what I mean by that is so this agency, are they gonna like, are you gonna have just tons of gigs, or are you gonna be like a model for shirts? Are you gonna like, do you do like runway models? I don't know if guys do that. I literally don't know
Yeah.
anything about this. Could you kind of
So
give me more of a
yeah, so stepping into this, I was a little I guess I could say I didn't know as much as I know now. I'm not saying that I know a lot now either because it
yeah.
hasn't been that long. But
Mhm.
what I thought modeling was before versus what I know now is completely different. So there's plenty of types of modeling, but for the main parts, there's commercial modeling and then there's fashion modeling. Fashion modeling is very simple. It's when you go on GQ and basically runway models, those are fashion
Yeah.
models. You see the dudes wearing these crazy clothes that you'll never see people wear. Those are
Yeah.
fashion models. People throw the most like fashiony stuff on them, And then there's
Mhm.
commercial models. Commercial models are the people you see, for example, like modeling isn't just photos, it's videos too. So
Yeah.
you go on TV and you see the kid in Gap, right? You see the kid doing the Gap commercial or Abercrombie or like
Yeah.
the Abercrombie photos. Like you would think Abercrombie versus like GQ or like versus like Gucci or like fashion. It's not. Abercrombie is commercial. Gucci is fashion because Gucci, they're wearing these crazy jackets with the wings, but in Abercrombie is just a kid with jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So they're putting me more in the commercial commercial modeling thing, just because I look more basic. I don't have like this weird, look that makes me, look real different. But how it works is, yeah, they're gonna sign me up for gigs now. Right now, that January is basically over, or calling out
Mhm.
of it. It's gonna be a lot more stuff because most of the gigs around this time are Christmas and New Year's gigs and stuff for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. So now that the next thing is coming up, they basically take my photos, they send them out to a bunch of people. Whoever likes me calls me. Who doesn't.
Mhm.
And it's pretty cool. But modeling, bro, it's a lot harder than I thought it was. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
harder. It's
What can
like
you kind of talk about that?
yeah,
Yeah.
like for example, like me and you, bro, like we're not gonna have a problem in front of a camera. You're on stage and stuff
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
and a lot of your stuff is through your body language, how you're acting, but it's
Yeah.
live. It's not you standing still. It's your movement.
Uh-huh.
It's your
Yeah.
words, your facial expressions. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm used to. I'm used to acting and moving.
Mhm.
But now it's like, imagine, like, this is the first thing they told me to do. If I told you right now to look sexy, to look flirty, to look happy, and to look serious without moving.
Yeah, I don't know how I would do
Yeah,
that.
you see, right?
Yeah,
Bro,
I'd
when he
probably do
told me
some.
that,
I'd
I was
probably like,
like,
like sit here with my
yeah,
hand on my chin
I
or so.
promise you, the
Yeah,
first thing I
yeah,
did was this. Like, when he said
yeah.
serious,
Just
like,
staring off, like try and get a
yeah,
jawline or some bullshit like that. Wow,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
that's so weird.
oh,
I don't think
yeah,
people ever think of that. Um, I think modeling sometimes gets a bad rap. Like,
yeah,
and here's what I think it is. I think modeling gets a bad rap from ugly people.
yeah,
And I'm just gonna say it, man. You don't have to say it. I'll be the one I'll die on the cross for this. Listen, I know that I am never gonna be a model. And here's the thing, just be okay with it. Oh, cool. Never going to be a model. Done with that now. But like people, oh, why is the model have to be so attractive? Why do they have to be this? They're giving me an unfair, dude. I don't want to look at ugly people. Like we all,
yeah. I feel you.
everyone wants to be with everyone wants to be with someone super attractive. Like if you ask anyone, that's one of they're like, I wanted to be, they're going to lie and they're going to be like, I wanted to be nice and be friendly. And then also the big underlying fact is you want to find her attractive. So,
Yeah,
yeah, ugly people just need to get over the fact that they're not models and your life will be a lot better. And then just be like the same way that I watch Lamar Jackson go out there and do insane
yeah,
things in the field. I will never do that. Yes, I play Division I football, but still, I am nowhere near Lamar Jackson. Neither of us are. That's why we're not the best pro athlete in any sport. But I don't go on there and be like, this is bullshit. They should have some fat white guy playing quarterback who runs a 5.5 40 so that it doesn't seem so impossible for me and my kids. Fuck that.
yeah. Like,
Give me the most attractive person. Give me the best player. I don't want to see mediocrity. I see that every day in my life. There's a mediocre person. There's a mediocre person. Here's a mediocre person. cool. Let me see some crazy, extravagant shit. I don't want to
Yeah.
deal with the
Facts.
sadness of life that is mediocrity. So,
Facts. Yep.
yeah, man. Stop, ugly people. Stop being so mad. I don't know. See, this is again the tangent. So back to what you were saying. My bad.
Now you good, bro. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, I'm learning. You know, it's crazy that like the way I have to practice is like literally look in the mirror. Like it looks so dumb, dude. If you were like walk in, sometimes you just see me looking in the mirror trying to like learn my angles because you know, one of my friends, she models and she's really good. She's on a cover of like she's in Levi. She's in Dre Beats commercials.
Wow,
She's in so much stuff, dude. Like she's like going all over, and she's basically like Will. You know, my best friend, that's his girlfriend, so she helps me out a lot. When I watch her at photo shoots, like you see in those movies when they're taking photos and the girls are like,
yeah,
that's literally her. So like they're telling her, I want sexy. She's like, and I'm like, every time I see her, it's exactly the same exact thing. And she's like, yeah, like you have to learn how you look at each angle and you have to snap.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to do that, dude. It's crazy, bro. Cause I don't even like looking at myself that much. Like, I want to look in the mirror at myself all day and like, I look dumb. Just look like, what am I doing?
It's definitely one of those. I mean, like the thing I can equate it to is even if you're taking like selfies and stuff and like, you know, you're taking a selfie and you're like, oh, this is a good selfie. And then you kind of look and someone's staring at you. You're like,
yes.
They're just watching me like admire myself. This is kind of weird. So yeah, that it's got to be like that same feeling. And yeah, I don't think a lot of people, I would never have thought that much went into modeling but yeah, you're totally right. I mean, yeah, obviously like it's a sick job and like, you know, whatever. Oh, I'm so blessed and I'm so lucky and I'm so this and yeah, like, okay, but yeah, it's not just, you don't just wake up and be able to do it. You have to practice and you have to keep up. And I'm sure, dude, you have to worry about like, you know, keeping your skin clean and staying in shape and keeping up with like your haircut and your facial hair and everything. Like there's a lot that you can't really get like lazy with your self appearance because it's your job. And that's a lot harder than people think, right?
Yeah, 100%. Especially the thing that sucks is like, you know, a lot of people, I mean, you wouldn't have been able to tell anyway because I got to wear long sleeves at Enterprise, but like all of this is completely tatted up. My leg is done.
Yeah.
And it's like being a commercial model. Now, if I was a fashion model, I could have tattoos all the way up to my neck.
Yeah.
Being a commercial model, they don't want as many. So like now, I mean, you know, he told me I could go finish up my arm. I mean, I just have to do like some parts of it, but it's like now I have to stop doing my tattoos dead in its tracks. And I've been doing it since I've been playing basketball. Like I already had a whole plan and now I have to stop dead in my tracks. Like that kind of sucks because I really like tattoos, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. I got a lot already.
I think they'll, I don't know. It's still kind of ridiculous that that's somehow like an industry standard and like in all kinds of workplaces. Oh, you can't have a tattoo because what? Like, I don't know. It's for like, and this is such a worn out thing. It's for the Karens. Like,
100%.
literally who it's for. I've never like walked into blah 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 and been like, I'm gonna buy this, and then the guy had tattoos and I was like, oh god, tattoos. But like, you know, there's some, you know, angry white, you know, old lady who has just, you know, grumpy salad life, dried up snatch, and she walks in and sees tattoos on you and is like, oh, he's a bad person because he has tattoos. And then
even
now
my
you
grandma,
can't do that.
man, like the first, cause I used to live with my grandparents. The first time I come home, I think my first tattoo was the one that was right here. And, you know, I come home and it was so hard because I got it in the summer and I'm trying to avoid her seeing it. So my grandma's not dumb. My grandma's like, why are you wearing a long sleeve? And it's 90 degrees outside today. And I'm just like, you know, I'm trying to sweat. I want to sweat it out. She's like, you're skinny. Like, what are you trying to sweat out? So, you know, one day, you know, I'm changing and I just hear my door rattling. She opens it. She's like, what's that on your arm? What's that on your arm? I was like, oh, I got a bad cut. It just happened to heal. It's all scabbed up. It's black, you know. Grandma got rid of, my grandma, like, she's in her 70s, dude. I've never seen my grandma, like, beat somebody. My grandma, right now, I'm so happy I don't live home. She could definitely beat me being a grown man.
That's so awesome. Yeah, my mom hates tattoos. Like, I don't have any tattoos. I tell people, you know, you don't put bumper stickers on a Ferrari, so I can't put
Yeah.
tattoos on this, goddess of a body. But my mom is like, if you get a tattoo, be ready to, like, since we were 18, like, she was like, if you get a tattoo, be ready to move out of my house. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, you are going to be 45 and you're going to regret them and hate them. And it's like, probably not. But yeah, like, my mom hates tattoos. Like, my dad has a couple tattoos and she hates my dad's tattoos. So
Dang.
I don't know what it is. She just thinks she's not like afraid of them. Like, she
Yeah.
doesn't care if people have them in the workplace. She just thinks they're ugly, and she's like, you're gonna be 50 and they're gonna be wrinkly and look stupid. And I'm like, yeah, dude, my
Well,
whole body's gonna be wrinkly. I don't give a fuck what I look like. My balls are gonna hang to my knees. Like, life's gonna be sad by then.
Yo,
Not worried
it's
about that
crazy.
shit.
It's crazy because I'm a little in between on it too. Like, as weird as it is, even though I have a lot, I personally think it is dumb. Like for example, the best example you said is like putting bumper stickers on a Ferrari. I think it's dumb if you have a red Ferrari with the black bumper sticker on, like bumper sticker on there, just one. But like the Ferraris I see with people like Chris Brown had a Lamborghini back in like 2009 that he put tattoos on it. It was gray with black writing over the entire thing. I think, like, I'm not saying, I feel like 2 or 3 tattoos that are spread out is kind of weird. Like, it's just, you're looking at my leg, like on my thighs, I have like 1 and 2 here. It's kind of weird, but it would look better if it was covered. So that aspect, I kind of get it. But at the same time, I don't want to see someone, like, the people, and nothing against them, the people that are tatted from their face all the way to their feet.
I'm going to be hypocritical. Those people scare me.
Yo, bro,
I just said we shouldn't be afraid of people with tattoos.
Bro,
not gonna lie. Listen, hey, they can still sell me or work wherever they want, but I would be lying if I said they don't kind of scare me.
Yo, there's people that get tattoos on their eyeballs.
Oh, all right. I got a fucked up thing for you to watch. If I don't know, fucked up. It's not okay. Let me elaborate. And anyone want to watch? If you look up on YouTube, there's these things. They're called, like, you got to look up like tattoo blacked, because do not just look up blacked. You're gonna go to a website that you don't want to see. Or maybe you do want to see. I'm not here to shame anyone, but tattoo black, these people, they like lay down and they tie them down, and it's like screamo music playing, and they take like a tattoo pen with like ink, and you know how, like, if you want the darker the color, the more they have to go over it. They'll literally lay down, and on their chest they'll just scribble till it's like black is like this microphone, like so black, and they'll do it like that, and it's like a challenge where these people try and get more of their body blacked out, because it's like you can withstand pain. Like, dude, they're bleeding, like, because you bleed when you get a tattoo, but like bleeding, bro, and they're screaming, and they have like a safe word, and it's like a rite of passage in this weird satanic bullshit community, probably. So yeah, it's a real thing. My friend showed me.
What's it called again?
It's like, look up like tattoo black, like blacked, and
I'm gonna watch that.
I'll get the name after this. I'll text my buddy and make sure that that's the exact name, but I'm pretty sure that will make it come up. But yeah, dude, these people, they just, and like, dude, the people wear like those weird like welding goggles, and one guy was wearing like a plague mask while he was doing it. Like, it is so weird, dude.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. The first tattoo I got, actually, like, I don't know if you've ever seen a TV show called Locked Up in Louisville. It was basically like, it was just these craziest inmates ever in jail.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because I remember growing up seeing this guy. You know how hard it is to rip a phone book in half?
Crazy hard.
Yo, it was this huge 6'7" white bald-headed dude with tats all over his face who ripped it up. And the first tattoo shop I go to in Louisville, Kentucky, where my other grandma lives, it was the same freaking guy. And I'm looking at, I got pictures with him and everything. He ripped the phone book on video in front of me. And this guy, he shows me photos. He has tattoos everywhere, even on his private parts, bro. When he's bored, and I remember I had this on video and I had this on YouTube. When he was bored, bro, he'll take like these fish hooks and hook them through his chest, and he'll hang from a ceiling. He'll hang from a ceiling because he likes pain. But he's the guy that has tattoos on his eyeballs, and he has to take the tattoo gun and do it, and because it goes away every once in a while. Like,
oh God, that sounds fucking awful, dude.
Bro.
Ugh. I mean,
Oh.
pain is some people's pleasure, I guess. Holy, I
Oh
could
man.
not do that shit.
Woo.
Oh,
Oh my
God,
goodness.
your
Ugh.
eyeballs. I can't imagine how bad that. I've never
I
gotten a
can't.
tattoo, so I can't imagine.
Yo,
I like can only guess how bad it hurts. But to get it on your eyeballs, you
bro.
couldn't. I don't know. I don't think there's an amount you could pay me to do that.
Nah,
I
bro, I'm not gonna lie, dude. The thing that you just described to me anyway, like even my chest tats, bro, it's like I have tats everywhere, bro, and I'm not gonna say I'm a punk, but the only tattoos that aren't shaded are the ones on my chest. It's just the outline. It
Yeah.
hurts, bro. It hurts
Yeah.
so bad, bro. Like I was sitting there like biting my tongue, and the guy has a light hand. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to finish this next week when I don't come back, because I didn't come back. Like
Yeah.
it's no way, bro, no way.
Dude, well, the crazy thing too is it's this video I'm talking about. It's not even people like filling in shit. Like it's just fucking scribbles. Like they're just scribbling on the guy, so he'll just have like a black scribble from like his pec down his ribs, and then wherever he cowards out, it stops. And that's what it is. I'm gonna find the name, because while you were talking about the phone book, I just typed in my Google tattoo blacked, and like there were things that kind of looked like it. So like I do. If you're listening, guys, I'll do an intro before, and I'll tell you the name of it. If you're watching, I'll have the right name edited in, and I'll text you the link or whatever when I find it. Because
Yeah.
dude, it's so crazy, so weird. Yeah, dude, I want to get a tattoo. I just, like you said, I want to have something meaningful, and then also,
Yeah.
like you said, the problem is I don't know how ready I am to like commit to it, because yeah, dude, you get just like one thing tattooed on your arm, or one thing, it doesn't look as good. It looks weird, like you said, just to have one thing thrown in. But when you really put work into it, it looks nice. So I don't really know. I don't know. No, I'm not sure if I'll get a tattoo, but
Yeah.
don't worry, guys. I'll show you all on here. Okay, buddy. So I want to move in. We'll kind of start moving towards the end of the podcast. This next segment is the dumbass of the week, brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass, dumbasses, dumbass, 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 dumbass.
The dumbass of the week this week is the Eagles for firing Doug Peterson. I'm a diehard Eagles fan, and we fired our head coach. He won a fucking Super Bowl 3 years ago. He's made it to the playoffs for 3 of his 5 years as a head coach, and we fired him. It's more the GM's fault. The Eagles haven't drafted have drafted one Pro Bowl player since 2014. So we fucking suck at drafting. I don't know what it is. It sucks, dude. My team is gonna be so shitty for like the next 3 or 4 years, and
I can't talk.
yeah, I just
Giants fan.
Oh, okay, tough. Okay, dude. Okay, yeah. So, that's dumbass of the week segment, guys. Just short and sweet. Just wanted to vent my sadness that the Eagles are going to be terrible, and maybe we'll bring you some joy to see my sadness. Now, that's interesting. So I wanted to talk. So, sports guy, you're a Giants fan. I saw the Eagles play at MetLife, which was cool. I
Oh,
was out
snap.
there. My cousin went to school at St. John's in Queens.
Yeah, Queens.
So,
Yeah, Queens, New York. Yeah.
okay, so I stayed out in Queens with him for like a week, and like we went and saw a game at MetLife and shit, and it was super fun. So you're a Giants fan. Now you said what are your other sports teams? Because this is a good segue into, I want to talk about you playing basketball. Who's your basketball team?
Bulls. You can't really see the jersey all the way right here, but
yeah.
This is a D Rose jersey.
Okay.
Ride or die. Yeah.
D Rose, dude.
I know, bro.
I think everyone likes him, and like
the biggest what if, man.
It's so sad because injuries are. If you play any sports, like nothing's worse than getting injured. It's so sad and depressing, and like just he was so good, and it was cool to kind of see like he's had a slight resurgence these last years, but like nothing above a solid role player, and he could have been a fucking star. Like
it's like MVP at 21, bro. I'm 23, bro, and it's like
insane.
21 of the NBA when LeBron was on the Heat, D Wade was playing, Kobe was still in the league. Like, whoa, bro. Dang.
No, that's a bummer. That it's a testimony to him. So so you've been a Bulls fan. You grew up in New York. What made you like the Bulls?
It was kind of weird. So the biggest thing about me growing up, I had a crazy background in basketball too. Like I actually got cut from my high school team 3 times in a row. And luckily I ended up going to a nationally ranked Division II school, and then I transferred to another school. I basically jumped around from 2 schools, and I didn't have anybody to compare to that. You know, they always talk about Michael Jordan, but he got cut from varsity, bro. He played JV. He didn't even get cut from the team. So like I hear about this player, and his name is Derrick Rose, and I watched him in high school. He went to Simeon, and it's this 6'2" light-skinned dude who's like running down the middle, throwing it on people.
Banging out.
And I'm just like, yo, who is this? And then I hear about his background. He has, he's single parent. His mom's a single mother, and he has a couple siblings in Chicago. Like Chicago, everybody knows how dangerous Chicago is. And it's like to hear this kid, go from high school, go to Memphis, and didn't even play because of a whole situation that was like uncalled for, and then up getting drafted by his town. It's just like seeing somebody come from absolutely nothing to something. And, being in high school where I was from too, like I was from a really bad area as well. Like my area was always in the news. Like I honestly, the first time I didn't hear gunshots in the area is when I moved to California. Like everywhere I was when I grew up, it was always gunshots and everything. And it just compared. So once I seen that, like, New Jersey didn't have a team. New York had a couple teams that sucked, but New Jersey had the Nets. They were garbage. And, Chicago Bulls, they were garbage too, but then they got D Rose, bro. And then, now we're going to the playoffs, going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I basically just followed D Rose. So, once he got to the Bulls, I always declared that the Bulls would be my favorite team. But, I'm always support Derrick Rose, wherever he goes. But the Lakers are my second team now because I live in California now. So.
I'm a Laker fan. When you mentioned that you were from New Jersey, I was like, oh, you might be a Nets fan. I was going to be like, let's put some money on the possible finals matchup. But I think LeBron and AD are going to run them out of town. I'm
not going to lie, dude. Yeah.
They did look good yesterday, though. KD dropped 40, 45.
And then James Harden had a triple-double, bro.
It was like 32, 14, and 12 or some shit. They did look good, which is kind of like I was like, oh, fuck. Because everyone wants them to do bad. Everyone is rooting for them to do bad.
They ain't even see Kyrie yet. They ain't even see Kyrie yet. He's from Jersey.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People are going to argue. They'll be like, we haven't seen Kyrie yet. They're going to be so bad when Kyrie comes back. And yeah, it was like one of those things where I was like, yes, there is the chance that they implode because everyone wants the ball. But, dude, like, the only thing I think is going to fuck them is their bench. With losing LeVert, I don't know. That messes up their kind of star on the bench, and their bench was like already iffy. So it's going to be interesting to see how as a team because that's what I think is going to get them. Because the Lakers have a phenomenal bench. Like you come out with Caruso, Montrez, Kuzma, all those guys are
the Lakers.
Matthews.
Didn't they just have I just saw another stat the other day. The NBA's crazy stats. I think the Lakers now, 6 of their players were in double digits yet again. 6.
That's wild.
That's crazy, bro. 6.
They've been. I mean, they're like quietly 11-3. Like not a lot of people I feel like are talking about it. They're 11-3. I know it's early, but 11-3 early. Like at this rate, they're looking. I mean, you're 13 games through a 75 game season. You're almost like a fifth of the way through. They're looking to be like a 15 loss team right now. Like what they would average out to be. So it's crazy to see that. Hopefully they stay healthy and. LeBron, you don't want to see anyone get hurt or anything like that. Dude, that's such a cool story about you. You were saying you got cut and going to different schools. Where was the D2 school? Which one was it?
St. Thomas Aquinas. St. Thomas Aquinas, they're in that's the first school I actually started YouTube at. They're in Orangeburg. So they're in Spark Hill. It's funny, they're actually when I went there, they were nationally Division II, but now they're a Division I school. Honestly, when I went there, I would say we were Division I anyway. We played St. John's my first year. We beat them by 33.
Wow.
We played Gonzaga. We lost to Gonzaga by 15, but I mean, it's Gonzaga. You know what I mean? Everybody on my team, 3 of them are in the NBA right now. 2 of them are in the G League, and another 3 or 4 of them are overseas. And then even the other school I went to, 2 of them are overseas. Some of the kids on my high school team are actually playing overseas, and one of them's in the NBA now too. So like all the kids I played around were all like, and that's the thing too. Like when I tell people I was cut, the story isn't as big either because the school I went to was a powerhouse. I went to Union Catholic, so I went against Isaiah Briscoe, Roselle Catholic, St. Pat's where Kyrie went, St. Anthony's who played Montverde and Finley Prep. Like all the schools I went to were like, they all played with these huge powerhouses. So like all the kids on my team were 6'5" point guards getting their elbow in the rim. So, you know, when I graduated high school, I was 5'7". So.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick though, dude. That you made the best of it. You were able to play like like to get to play at a college level is awesome. No matter where you get to play it, because like I played high school at Brea Olinda High School, which is like I still live in Brea, and then I had D3 offers, but that's just them being like, come play for us, and like one NAI offer for a school in Chicago called St. Francis. And then, and yeah, like in the middle, it was in Juliet, Illinois or something. So it was in the middle of nowhere. And then I went JUCO because I had no offers. And I remember there of the two, another NAI school, the only other offer I had was Mid-America Nazarene University in Olathe, Kansas. It was, I don't think I've told this story on here, so this is a good one. It was, dude, we show up on the visit and like we get there on a Thursday night and we're like, oh yeah, like it's a visit. We're going to party. We're going to turn up. No parties going on. Can't find anything going on. Nothing. So we go and get into the gym and we're just like shooting the basketball around, and we run into some players from the team and they're like, do not come here. It sucks. So that's like the first night. Second night, they take us on like a tour with like these guides, and they were like, what do you do for fun? It's like we asked our guide, and he was like, all right, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but what we like to do is there's a Krispy Kreme down the street, and at the closing they get rid of all their donuts, so we'll go behind the trash, we'll get their donuts and we'll throw it on the roof and of people's houses. And I was like, oh
hell no.
This guy I was with that we knew from high school, he looks at him and he goes, there's not a chance in the world I'm fucking coming to this school. And the guy was like,
way.
And he's like, fuck this. And he just walked away from the tour and shit, because it was like that, bro. And then the coach, when I told him I was probably going to go JUCO because I wanted to go D1, he was like, you don't have D1 offers. You don't magically become a D1 player. You're clearly not a D1 player. You're wasting your time. And then I fucking I played my first year at Santa Ana Junior College. I had like I played defensive end, so I was like all right. And then my second year I led the state in the sacks. And so then
that's tough, bro.
Dude, I got to play at fucking Georgia in front of 97,000 people. So
that's fire, bro.
So I got to do, you know what I mean? I have a kind of cool little story
bro,
of just.
That's a crazy story, bro. The thing is, you're an underdog, bro, and you still ended up like where most people dream of. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, exactly. A lot of people don't even like know, bro. I forgot the percentage I don't know the percentage for football, but when I was in college, my my freshman year, when the coach had found out my story, the thing that made me feel so good about it, he was like, dude, like, he said, I don't know if you want to go to the NBA or overseas. And I'm like, at that point, I wanted to go overseas until I found out how dirty overseas was. But he was like, regardless, I want you to feel accomplished, because I think it was 1.9% of high school athletes get to step in and play college sports. And I'm just like, 1.9, bro, that's great, bro. That's great.
That's like what it is in football, because they always used to call us, like, they would tell us, like, be proud you're the 1%ers.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I rode the bench at Murray. I did not play, just, finished my 2 years there, graduated, got out. Like, it is what it is. Of course, yes, I would have loved to have played more, but that was the thing, dude. I got my college education paid for. I have a degree. I graduated. I got to go do it on the highest level. I did everything I wanted to do. Would I have liked to play more? Yeah. Was I going to play in the pros? No. I'm 6'3", but I run like a 4.8 40, nothing blazing. I was 240 pounds, so I needed to be like a 4'4", 4'5" guy. So it was never going to happen, but it was a lot of fucking fun. And yeah, for anyone that if you have any opportunity to play any college sports, I know my listeners are kind of my age, 23 and all that, but if you're a younger person, take any opportunity, D2, D3, NAI, anything like that is a good opportunity, especially if you love it. It will make college be more fun, go by faster. You're in like a brotherhood, all that type of shit.
Definitely.
All right, buddy, we're going to move into these last two final segments that kind of wrap up the podcast right now. We're gonna go into the would you rather's. So I got two would you rather's here for you. I'm gonna read the first one for you. Would you rather lose a leg or lose your hearing?
Lose my
So
hearing.
you'd rather lose your hearing than
Yes,
a
lose them.
leg?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think
Bro,
about it. It's like,
I
okay.
don't think you're thinking about it.
The thing is like, okay, you lose your hearing. So the first thing I'm thinking of, I lose a form of my communication, right? Now,
Yeah.
fortunately, there's ways to make up for that form of communication, which may not be as, filling. Obviously, you can't replace your hearing, but there's sign language and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
still get the message across. But you
Yeah.
can't, I can get a replacement leg or a prosthetic leg,
I'm
but
getting a
it's
robot
never.
leg. Fuck that.
You getting a what?
I'm getting a robot leg. Fuck that. I don't.
If I could afford one, all right. So if I could afford a robot leg, then
Okay.
I'm losing the leg. But if I can't, just based off the circumstances, like the prosthetic legs, and then I'm not putting nothing out there, but I'm not trying to wobble, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather be able to bust out a full sprint when I need to, and do all of the sign language stuff. Like, I don't even know, bro. I love to walk. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, hearing, I don't care. It's all right.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I couldn't agree with you less because I'll take the prosthetic leg and like, yeah, I don't know. I think, see, now that I'm done with football, like I hate running. Like I don't like that shit. I'm over it.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I don't know, I throw a prosthetic leg in, I can walk and I can get around, and like technology's only getting better. So even like the low end prosthetic legs are getting better. Dude, no more, I mean, movies with only subtitles, no more new music. You'll never get that sensation. Okay, yeah, you can feel the vibration
Music
that people do. Never again, bro, will you get to listen to an NBA YoungBoy song, and it's gonna break your heart. And
that's a good point.
Yeah, no new. That's what fucks me up. It's just no.
Oh,
you're riding in a car in silence now. Like everything.
I'm not
totally
gonna lie. I think I have to change my mind, bro.
It's not too late to cut that leg off, man.
Yo, like when you say leg, you mean from knee down or hip down?
I'm gonna go knee down. I didn't think that far. We'll go knee down.
Okay, yeah. Get rid of my leg. Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you this: if it was like hip, you could still get a hip down prosthetic leg.
Nah. I'll get rid of the hearing. No way.
Because here's the thing: when I was pitching to you the prosthetic leg, I was thinking of knee down. Because hip down does change it. Because I don't know how much harder, like how much more that fucks you up. Like I feel like the knee down prosthetic leg, you kind of get away with it. Like people might not know. Wear pants, like whatever you do. But I don't. Hey, you get handicap parking too. You get to park.
Oh,
close.
you do? Yeah. Honestly,
man.
bro.
Think of the benefits.
Knee down, you can get rid of that. It's just hip down. It's like the thing that gets to me is because, like, I know knee down with the prosthetic leg, like you could definitely still, like, with technology advances, you could bend it. But now you're talking about hip down. Now you need to bend your hip.
Now you're literally wobbling, like you said.
Yeah.
Just a straight leg. And like I was sig heiling. Sorry guys. But my bad. I saw my reflection. I was like, don't do that again. No, yeah, like you said, you would wobble. Life would be way more difficult. It would just be, it'd be terrible. Okay, yeah. So
it's like you never know when you got to sprint.
I'm going knee down, leg, hip. I'm probably gonna go hearing then and just learn to adapt. I'm sure there's other like stimulating things I can do. Learning sign language will honestly be sick too, dude.
Yeah, I know the alphabet already, so I already got a head start.
Yeah, I would have to learn that shit from scratch. I'd be like I'd become a baby again, basically. That'd be useless. Okay, so last one. Would you rather be a rich supervillain or a poor superhero? So this one's kind of a good one on like your morals and stuff like that because, so you're a superhero, but you're living like, in a shitty apartment. I for some reason when I think superheroes, I think New York. I think because of like Spider-Man.
I'm picturing the same thing, bro.
So so you're in like a shitty New York apartment. It's a studio, so like like every room is in one room. Shitty, you live in a bad area, but you're saving people. Now, supervillain, you're a baller supervillain, but you're a bad guy. So I guess it kind of stands on your morals. Now,
honestly, Man, it's just me. I'm real biased because like living in a studio apartment in New York is really not that bad. Like it honestly isn't. It's like the thing about New York, bro. It's like you don't need money in New York to like enjoy your life. You
Yeah.
don't. Like majority of people in New York are working jobs to the minimum wage, like, and they're still having a ball. It's like for $2.75, I can get from anywhere in New York in a flash.
God, dude,
Like
the
I don't even have to.
subways are
Yeah,
fucking beautiful.
bro. That's what
It's
I
so
like
ass
it.
that we don't have subways out here.
Oh
Like
my gosh,
LA,
bro, you need a
would be
car.
so more like like movable and like being able to travel if there was subways, but instead there's not, and you can literally be in like West Hollywood and need to go like 5 miles to Santa Monica, and it can take you 45 minutes if it's the wrong time of day. Like
In
that
New
fucking
York, 2 minutes.
sucks. 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
The New York, bro, yeah, New York subway, and the New York subways aren't hard to figure out. I was riding that shit on my own like the first night I was there.
Yeah.
Real quick, a funny story. When I stayed in New York, they wouldn't let me stay. I was just gonna crash on like my cousin's dorm floor, and they wouldn't let me in because it was finals, and there's no visitors during finals week. So I had to rent an Airbnb, and like I rented from this like it was like a random, really small, tiny, like the tiny ass New York houses in Queens, and it
Yeah.
had like 3 rooms, and I was renting a room. Like there were 2 other people just also staying there, and my room was so small that like to open the door I had to be on my bed. I literally was living in like a Harry Potter ass closet.
Yo,
And
that's so the under closet.
yeah, no, and dude, the roof is slanted like this and shit. Like if I'm
Yo,
in
you
the
were under the
inside of my,
stairs.
yeah, dude. Hey, first night I'm there, 3 in the morning. You stupid fucking bitch. Fuck you. I hate you. The people above me up the stairs were in like a domestic dispute. Like, and let me clarify, I did not hear any hitting. I would have called the cops or that, but they were just,
Yo.
I fucking hate you. Both of them just screaming, bro. It's like 3:45 in the morning. I'm just like, oh, fuck my life, dude. I got the full New
Yeah.
York experience on my first night there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, when you say super villain, am I killing people?
Mm, okay, we'll do no. Like you're like you steal like gems and like you steal shit. Like you steal like you rob banks. You do that, but you don't really care about the collateral damage. So like
Mhm.
you probably end up killing some people, but
Yeah, I can't kill nobody.
you're not just like okay, let's say you're not just like smoking fools. Like you're not like
Yeah,
bring them in.
yeah,
Where's the jam? Bang. Fuck that guy. Like you're not that crazy. Well, you're just
yeah.
more
It's
like
the
a tough.
collateral.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, I'm a
Yeah, I
piece
can't
of
kill
shit.
anybody.
I'm going super villain. I wanna live that
Really?
life.
Yo.
I'll get over it. My nice
Yo.
cars and my nice cars and house will suppress the sadness of the people I accidentally killed. I'm also
I
white.
mean,
We're evil people, dude. You know?
the thing about it, the one thing, I'll make a good point. I'll make a good point for you too to make it easier for you. Like, if it's
Yeah.
collateral, do you even know that you're killing anybody?
No, and I'm so rich I pay people not to tell me. I'm like, you want to work for
Yo.
me? Don't tell me that I killed people.
What? All
Yeah.
right. What type of power does a superhero have?
You can pick any power you want. I'll leave that open for.
Oh, I'm taking this super. Bro, what? Oh my gosh, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, bro. Like, it's like the best part about being a superhero is that, if I take down a supervillain, like let's say I take you down,
Yeah.
I'm first of all, I'm choosing the Flash's power because I think the Flash's power is the
Okay.
biggest cheat
Yeah.
code because I read all the comics on that. He's literally almost invincible, dude. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take his power and then I'm just gonna defeat you and then not tell anybody I defeated you, keep you down inside your own jail cell or something, and just live in your place.
Fuck you. That's a good answer. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. All right, man. You swayed me. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, dude. I'll be like Deadpool. I'll be like a good bad superhero, and I'll like do what you said. I'll go fuck up some rich guy who's an evil guy and take all his shit.
Huh.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Deadpool is probably the best power, bro. He can't die.
He can't die,
And he
and
breaks the fourth wall.
and yeah, and he doesn't have to like obey like the superhero law. He can kind of just do what he wants. Like he's like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be good today. That would be the best. That would be arguably one of the better superheroes to be. Is
Yeah,
Deadpool.
absolutely.
or vigilante, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
So you're going with the superhero then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you swayed
Absolutely.
me. I like that. I try not to like with these questions, like if like that's a good, like you found a good loophole where I'm like that's because some people will be like, like some people will be like, well, I'd pick to be a poor superhero and get superpowers, and then I would rob a bank and be rich. It's like, no, now you're just a supervillain, or like,
Yeah,
all
nah,
these
you're
like
you're
tough
going in
ones.
between.
Yeah, and they're like,
Yeah.
well, where's the kill myself option? No, these are supposed to be shitty questions, but you
Like
found like
what?
a reasonable, logical way to
Yeah,
answer.
because you gotta keep the morals in there. Like if I'm gonna be a superhero, I'm gonna do things morally correct, like a superhero would do. So I would
Yeah.
defeat the supervillain. But then again, to be fair, I guess I'm morally incorrect, but not really. I mean, because I can't put you in a regular jail. You're gonna break out. You're a supervillain.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. And you're still like saving lives and like thing though is you got to kill me. And so maybe
I'm
that's
killing you then.
okay. So yeah, okay, all right then.
It's over.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but then my
Dang, but then I gotta tell people, and then I can't keep the stuff.
so now maybe this loophole kind of doesn't work because then you gotta like, are you a superhero if you're killing people? And I don't know. There's a good show called The Boys that kind of like is. You ever seen The Boys?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of that where they're like shitty
Yeah.
superheroes.
Huh.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
isn't that what Batman kind of does though? Like, I mean, obviously Batman's rich, but like
Batman
Batman, I've
doesn't
seen,
Batman doesn't kill. That's his
but
whole
like,
thing.
but he does like some effed up stuff though. Like, what he'll do, bro? I don't know if you ever seen. Again,
Yeah,
these are just comics with the reverse world, basically. Like, he'll
yeah,
leave his mark on somebody after he
yeah.
captures
I
them,
guess
and then
that's
let
true.
people go kill him, like kill them. Like he's
Yeah,
done that before.
but
Huh.
also like Iron Man, they like smoke people all the time, and like
Yeah,
they
Iron Man does be
they have
smoking.
a
Yeah,
the Avengers have a fuck ton of collateral damage. Like,
absolutely.
yeah, there's literally like a whole 2 movies where people are like, fuck the
Yeah,
superheroes
Civil
because
War.
you're destroying. So yeah, dude, I guess it's a fine loophole then because it just kind of defines on what you want to be. And like you said, I'd rather be saving people than just being an evil person. So then I'd be a good person, and then you could just go do one bad thing where like no superhero is perfect because they're part human. And so there's that human air in them. So okay, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
superhero with you. You convinced me.
yeah.
Um,
There we go.
all right, dude. We're gonna move into the last segment, wrap this up. This one's called The Last Resort Media. During quarantine, everyone's stuck watching and checking out new stuff. So we kind of update the listeners. Like I kind of tell them what I'm watching, movies I've seen, music I've recently checked out, and then I have my guests do it too. If there's a movie that you recently see or you want to check out, I do a rating scale of it's all right. So it's 1 through 3. 1 is you don't need to see it. 2 is like, oh, you should see it. 3 is a must see. And what we'll do with the 2 is like you could be like, oh, it's a 2 closer to a 3 or a 2 closer to a 1. So like if I see a movie and I'm like, I wouldn't suggest this to anyone, it has no replay value, that's always like a 1 for me. So that like a movie I saw was Sorry to Bother You. You ever heard of that movie?
Mm-mm.
Dude, it is
No.
okay. So it's pitched as like a comedy, like it's this comedy sci-fi, and dude, it has stars in it. It has Lakeith Stanfield, it has
Okay.
Tessa Thompson, it has the guy who plays Glenn from Walking Dead. So it has like a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of famous ass people in it. But it's like this guy is a telemarketer, and he like is really good at it because like he uses his white voice so he can sell to people. But then it gets like crazy where like by the end of it, there's horse people with big horse dicks and shit. It was the weirdest movie I've seen in a long time, and I watched it with my mom too, so that was cool.
Oh, that's
Um,
awkward. Yeah.
yeah, a lot more dicks in it than I thought there would be.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be better just because it has stars, so you don't see like stars in like taking weird roles and weird
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
So that movie was a 1 for me. That was the only movie that I saw. And then shows, I'm watching The Boys and Mr. Robot, which those are both fire ass shows. If you guys haven't seen them, Mr. Robot's like, it stars Rami Malek. He's the guy who played Freddie Mercury in the new Bohemian Rhapsody movie. He has like Academy Awards. It's a really good show. And then music, I didn't listen to a lot of music, guys, but my buddy, and he's going to be on the podcast soon, Hayden, he dropped a song called Colombian Gold, so you guys should go check that out. He just dropped a music video on his. It's like Hayden Mangum Vivo or whatever. I'll put the link on the bottom if you guys want to check it out. Now it's your turn, bro. If you want to, movies, shows, anything you're watching, anything music you want to put people on, maybe if you have like a favorite artist that's not, like a basic and you want to put people on them, just the floor's yours.
Actually, this is perfect time to ask that. I actually just started watching a show last night, and I'm only watching it now. This is where I know my girlfriend's gonna watch this. I'm gonna blink twice.
All right.
She forced me to watch this, but I'm not mad. It's called Euphoria. It's on, I think it's on HBO.
Don't feel judged, bro. It's a good show.
I'm only 2 episodes in right now, bro. But I'm not huge on watching shows because again, I'm very picky. This one, this is really good, bro. I'm just 2 episodes in, and it's like, wow.
I didn't finish all of it. I like my girlfriend watched it too, and I watched a couple episodes there. It's like dark, but it's really entertaining, and it is kind of a good portrayal of like what high school is like and everyone. It's very relatable for most people.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's dark. Yeah. Movies, I just and again, this is, man, I hate giving people credit when they made me watch stuff. So I love action movies, but I love action movies with a plot twist. It's called Anna. It came out in 2019. Okay. It's on you could watch it anywhere. I think we saw it on Netflix actually. I think it's on Netflix. It may not be. Either way, just go look it up if you want. It's crazy, bro. It's this action movie basically. I'm not gonna like ruin it or nothing, but you see it in the trailer. I just say what the trailer is about. You just see this Russian girl. She's a spy. And she the trailer, bro, the trailer itself, like I watched it and it's in the trailer. It's this scene when she's in the restaurant. I ain't never see a girl like the best part about the movie, bro. It's not like one of those movies where it's unrealistic. Like the restaurant scene they show in the trailer is her versus like 30 dudes. And it's not the one where she walks out perfect. Like, she bodied all 30 dudes. Yeah. It's like realistic action. Like she's fighting 2 people at the same time. Someone behind her hits her and she's on the ground like getting hit.
I like
and
those,
she finds it's perfect, bro. Like it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You ever seen someone get killed with a plate? With a plate?
No, I'd like to.
Bro, she killed someone with a plate, bro. A plate.
Okay,
she
I'm
broke
about
it
to
in
check
half.
this out.
I said, she's going crazy, bro. Like, so that movie was crazy, bro. It shows you a lot about the CIA and the Russian. I think it's called KGB. Is the Russian CIA?
Yeah. So, that's the Russian CIA.
Yeah. So it shows a lot of stuff. Music wise, I actually don't listen to a lot of signed artists. Like I listen, like I'm again being from the East Coast, I listen to people like A Boogie or like J.I. the Prince of New York. But like who I actually listen to is my friend. My friend, he's actually going to be big. Fortunately, a lot of my friends from college, 2 or 3 of them are talking to labels right now. But my friend, he's talking to I can't remember the name of the label. It's a Brooklyn label. He's from Brooklyn. So his name is Ray Ravage. So if you type in RAY space RAVAGE, he's you type him in on YouTube. This dude is like the best underground rapper I've heard in so long, to the point where like Dave East, Dave East is a big rapper. New York is like messaging him all the time.
I've seen Dave East in concert.
Yeah, Styles P, who used to be with Jadakiss, co-signed him actually. Just co-signed him.
That's dope.
That's like one of my closest friends. So he's actually crazy, dude. I listen to him every day. He's tough.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's all I'll be listening to, man.
Yeah, I got you. Real quick before we wrap it up and I kind of let you plug all your stuff. You said you like kind of action with the twists. You ever seen the Oceans movies? Like Oceans 11? Okay.
Ocean's 11. I heard about that.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna warn you. It's gonna be a little less action than like one of those movies, but it's a heist movie, and there's the twists throughout it are fucking awesome, and like because you like those twists, there's not a bunch of like gunfire, but it's all about they're trying to rob like a casino, and the way it ends, bro, you're gonna be like, holy fuck. Like it's such a crazy like twists and turns that it takes you on, and it's a really good movie. So you should, if you ever want to check it out, it's Ocean's 11, really good. A bunch of famous actors in it too.
I gotta watch that. Yeah,
and it's a whole series now. Ocean's 11, fire. Ocean's 12, pretty ass. Ocean's 13, fire again. So the middle one, I don't know what one went wrong, but it's not as good. But they're fun movies, dude. Big twists, and you know, not crazy, not the crazy action like the action thrillers, but it's a good thriller and it's one of the best heist movies around. So you should check that out
Yeah.
if you're looking for kind of something with a twist like that.
Yeah, I gotta see that then.
Yeah, man. Well, we're gonna wrap it up now. So thank you for doing the podcast. I appreciate it.
Man, thanks for having me.
No, it was a blast. We're guys. We're gonna, if you like this podcast and you like their dynamic, we're gonna start making shit together. Obviously, it's a little hard with COVID and kind of, you know, being safe, but you know, the vaccine's out, things start to kind of get normal and we can kind of pump stuff out. You know, we got skits going. I got ideas for some other funny stuff that we can do together. But real quick, I want to give you a minute to you know, it's going to be on the screen, guys. It's in the bio and all that, but I want to give you a minute to like plug all your stuff and yourself and where people can find you.
Yeah, man. You guys can find me on Instagram at Tayjon. It's TayJaughn. And my YouTube is simple. It's Bacpac Tay, Bacpac Tay, Tay. And that's pretty much the only 2 platforms I really, really use every day. So you see everything on there, all the updates too.
Yeah, guys, make sure you follow him. Make sure you check his stuff out. You know, guys, if this is your first time listening or your 44th time listening, I appreciate you. Can't thank you enough. The numbers continue to grow. You guys are awesome. Make sure you show a friend if you like it. Shout it out. Still got the stickers available. If you're watching and you haven't seen them yet, the stickers are, you know, it's Photoshop between us right now. I'll send them to you. They're completely free if you want them. And yeah, guys, again, hopefully by the time I edit this, I have the flyer, but guys, if you're listening, keep, January 29th, I'm doing a backyard show. Tickets are $10. They got heated lamps, a stage, and all that. So you guys finally come see me do some comedy. Yeah, man, if you want to come.
I'm in there. Yeah, I'm in there.
It'll be up on the Instagram. We got a handful of good comics. I'll probably do like about 10 minutes. So it'll be fun. Thank you guys for listening. And most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.